Welcome to Super Rugby Round 17 predictions from DrivingMaul. Hi, I'm Paul, the guy behind DrivingMaul, and thank you very much for joining me. This is the final round of the regular season before we hit the playoffs, and whilst we already know the teams that are going to be making the playoffs, there is a little bit of shuffling around on seedings and form that will be going on. So the weekend kicks off on Friday evening with the Highlanders hosting the Reds. You'll be looking at the Highlanders heading into the playoffs and having won 10 of their 14 games. They did lose their last game against Hurricanes a couple of weeks ago, and the Reds have got up over the Brumbies this last weekend, but still I'm going to back the Highlanders to win that one by 15. The Rebels obviously went down to the Force, and at the time of recording I don't know what the Jaguars Waratahs result will be, but the Rebels really are having a dismal season. The Jaguars, after a good start, again have faded, losing to the Force and the Kings at home, for example. Still, I think they'll finish the season on a high with about a 7-point win over the Rebels. The Kings and the Cheetahs, the two sides rumoured to be heading off to the Pro 12, face each other on the early hours of Saturday morning in New Zealand time. And the Kings really have had a new lease of life since this whole cutting of teams has come about. Whether it's that or whether it's just a new squad and the coach getting their act together or having time together to get their act together, I don't know. The Cheetahs, on the other hand, really have not been being able to get the results on the park, and so I'm going to back the Kings at home to finish with us, but to win by 7. The Sunwolves then host the Blues up in Tokyo, and let's be honest, their season has been abysmal. 1 win out of 13 games up until now. So yes, I have not seen their result this weekend. But having had some real blowout losses, you've got to say the Blues are going to win this one. I'm going by the Blues by 15, but it could easily blow out to 40 or even more points than that. We then head back to New Zealand, where the Chiefs will host the Brumbies down in Waikato. Now the Brumbies coming off that loss to the Reds. That's not the kind of form they would be looking going into the finals, and they had got 3 wins before that, but they were against weaker opposition. The Chiefs battling it out. I think they're still in with a shout of getting higher up the seedings. Actually, sorry, checking the scores. No, they're not. Checking the. Actually, yes, they are. They're in the battle with the Hurricanes for a seeding spot. And with the Hurricanes hosting the Crusaders, they know later in the day they'll know they're in with a big chance. So I'm backing the Chiefs to win that one by 10. Sorry. We then head down to Wellington, where it is the big game of the weekend. The Hurricanes, the reigning champions, facing off against the Crusaders, the unbeaten side so far this season, 14 from 14. And can the Crusaders go unbeaten, or can the Hurricanes stop them at the final hurdle of the regular season? I think the Crusaders are going to sneak it, and I'm going to back the Crusaders by 3. But that's an almighty clash, and one you should not miss. The Force will finish off by hosting the Waratahs. The Force are a bit of a bogey team for the Tars, and coming off some pretty decent form. 3 wins out of the last 5 games. Now, the Rebels aren't the Waratahs by any stretch of the imagination, but the Waratahs have had a poor season, and I think I'm going to back the Force to win that one by 5. Obviously, these two teams will be fighting it out for second place in the Australian Conference, and so it would be really embarrassing if the Force could get up and over the Tars and be cut whilst they're. How can you cut the second strongest team in Australia? Then the Sharks host the Lions. Really poor result against the Bulls, and I haven't actually caught their game since then. But the Lions are imperious. They've only lost to Argentina to the Jaguars when they took a weakened side. So I'm backing the Lions to win that one by 10 and to head into the finals in fine form. The Bulls host the Stormers to finish off the round and the last game of the regular season. Yes, they got that win over the Sharks, but I don't think the Sharks are that much really were in that good form. And the Stormers have been one of the better sides in South Africa this season, having won 8 of their 13 games so far. I haven't got this weekend's one, which is twice as many as the Bulls. So I'm back in the Stormers to win that one by 5 and go into the finals with some good form. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please get your thumbs up on YouTube and share it on Twitter and Facebook or whatever your favourite platform is. And don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. It's down below in the YouTube notes. So catch me later and do enjoy whatever rugby you're watching this weekend.